Hello everybody, my name is Brian Kindlespire, and on this week's episode of Anything's Possible, might be just a little bit different than normal. Do you know who's at the door? It might be one of my siblings. Hey, what are you doing here? I thought you just sent me a picture of you fishing up in Alaska. How'd you get here so quick, man?
Anything's possible, Brian. Anything's possible.
No, you don't understand. How did you get here? Hello everybody, my name is Brian Kindlespire, and on this week's episode of Anything's Possible, it's going to be a little bit different than what you're normally used to. We're not going to be building anything. We're going to be talking instead. Building friendship. How about that? Building friendship. And pounds, maybe. But, our co-host this episode, yes, another one. We've had a lot of them. But this one comes back from the second episode. He's kind of been traveling around the country working. And now we have him back, fortunately. Mentioned him in the other episode with Josh, as you can, see probably over here. That is true, we did. His pay will be nothing, but there is somebody new going to be joining us very soon. I do not know how much information is allowed to be revealed at this point.
That's about it.
Yeah, okay, but there will be a new, if not in the show, like a co-host, it will be... Yeah, it'll be part of the production company you will put in, maybe. Mentioned somebody's going to be joining our team. This co-host will be joining our team.
Hello.
What are you going to be, like, production assistant or
something like that? It's a lot of just different stuff,
Sure,
like
yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna come in and just start getting on things and getting stuff done, and start getting you guys some content,
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, plus you're going to be joining or co-directing OBS Idiots.
Yep, we're gonna
bring in that a little bit more. Do you want to say a little bit more about that? Like,
well,
I heard you had some plans for it.
Yeah, so we're gonna be changing up things a little bit. So unfortunately, I left, so it kind of put production on hold in a way. Gabe tried doing some stuff, but I guess it just wasn't. It just wasn't the same without me, was it, Gabe?
He tried,
but it just
tried.
wasn't the same.
It
wasn't
really
the same.
wasn't. It really wasn't.
Like, it was great, but Gabe's like, you need to get back here.
I need a hand, man.
I need a hand. So I just moved back. I just moved back from Alaska. So we're going to be getting going with this here pretty quickly. OBS Idiots is going to be changed up a little bit. So it's not at all what you're expecting. So be looking for it, because when it comes out, it's going to blow your mind. And then what comes after it is going to be even greater. But that's all I could say as of right now.
All right.
Be looking out for it, and maybe even get you in on it again, huh?
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. I wouldn't even mind a little bit behind the scene work,
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get you sitting in the back of a car, holding
Yeah,
the
there
camera.
you go. Driving the cameraman around.
We should have got some videos of that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already had one like that. What was that? Was that Nancy's?
No, that was yours. That was
it?
with your truck when we were filming your truck. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
Plus your plans. I don't know. I think I've heard a little bit, but I can't say for sure. But whatever the case,
Yeah.
what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm not sure on how much I can say. That's
Sure.
got to be talked with. I got to talk about that with Gabe.
Absolutely.
So we
yeah.
gotta get
I
that
know you
figured
can't
out.
say a whole lot, but
Yeah.
I'm excited for your plans because I know you.
We got big dreams.
You'll have good ones. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
say
appreciate
you
it.
got big dreams. I think they're gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So-
Hopefully so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just want to do something different,
Yeah.
Something not everybody sees, and have something everyone can relate to and sit down with the whole family and watch and enjoy.
Sure.
With good,
Right.
clean fun. Sure, we're out doing some stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're all professionals, though.
Oh, yeah.
Don't try any of the
Experienced
stuff we do at
professionals.
home.
Yes.
We are trained professionals, and we all take safety precautions.
Very much so.
But it's something that the whole family should be able to enjoy.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm all for that.
yeah. So you got any questions about what's been going on, or what do you want to know?
Not really. I'm kind of good. I know that you went down south for a little bit, right?
Yep.
For That was a construction job, though, right?
Yeah, 5-6 months. Well, I was
Okay.
working on a ranch, so
Oh, okay.
I was delivering and installing cattle corral systems, traveling
All right.
between many states. So like Texas, Arkansas, Missouri,
So you were
all
going
over.
to Texas, yeah.
I was in Texas.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
A
Yeah.
lot. Yeah. Tell you what, Dallas traffic. It's not fun. It's worse than Chicago traffic.
Dang.
Way worse. Like
Really?
5 lanes of traffic. You got a 36 or 38 foot gooseneck behind you in a 2023 F350 crew cab long bed that's 4-wheel drive. The thing's massive, you know. You're trying to cut up in traffic. It just
Right.
don't work, man.
No.
And they're all idiots out there.
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
knows how to drive.
Everybody's trying to get a car length ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, it's like, man, just pick a lane and cruise.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, sure.
And like you
We're
try
all
to pick a
stuck in
lane and you get
this.
run off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was crazy. I enjoyed that job for a little while. I
Yeah.
split ways with them, and then I headed out to Alaska. Had some fun in Alaska. Not everything went the way that I wanted it to, but
Sure.
I've got some other things here back home that I got to take care of. You know.
Yeah, sure.
So got another good job offer. Hopefully, I'll be getting started with that soon.
That'd
and
be
then,
awesome.
especially getting started with you guys, because
Sure.
we want to give you guys something to enjoy. You get home from work, you want to relax, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
stuff you turn on TV nowadays, it's junk.
It really
So
is.
we want
It
to give
really
you guys
is.
something that you could really enjoy. So
And that's something I like about this too, that I would at least like, you know, I'm not going to be part of the production team probably at all on OBS Idiots.
I don't know yet.
Maybe, maybe not.
Hopefully.
I won't turn it down. But something I would like to impose there is, like you said, everything is trash now. I'd like to keep it all honest, you know, like
Yeah.
none of the fake stuff, but something blows up or something goes
Yeah,
wrong.
scripted.
Right,
All the
yeah.
stuff we do is unscripted.
Right, and it has been so far. I'd like to keep it that way because I
Yeah.
hate all of that you see. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is horrible. You know, something off camera happened, and now we have to spend the rest of the episode doing this.
Yeah.
I hate that.
The only scripted stuff we have is going to Mexico. So
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we just have to head out to Mexico because cops don't care what you do in Mexico.
All right.
So
all right.
we go out to Mexico, and that's where we do all our crazy stuff. And I
Right.
would say illegal, but it's not illegal because it's Mexico. You
Right,
know?
right,
So just as long as there's no cops
right.
in Mexico, we're good.
All right.
So
Yeah,
that's
sure.
the only scripted part is going
Right.
to Mexico.
All right. Yeah. We normally start off with like a base. We're going to do this tonight, and then it takes it from there.
Yeah.
So
And then like with us,
yeah.
with OBS Idiots, I mean, we hop in the truck and we're like, what would be cool?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's just mess
Yeah.
around and film it
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
You know? And then
yeah.
you catch those super cool moments and throw it in.
That was the first episode. We hopped the truck, went to McDonald's, and then just drove out in the country and just, I got a truck. I said, all right, do something.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, I don't know if we've ever told them the story of how it started. Should we do that on this episode?
Yeah.
Or
go
should
on.
we
Yeah, 'cause
go
I
ahead
don't know
and
nothing.
do it on OBS Idiots?
Go and go.
Alrighty.
Alright.
So I guess we're going to tell you how the OBS Idiots came about. Unfortunately, Brian wasn't here for this part.
I'm all ears,
I don't
man.
even know if you've really heard this story quite yet.
Nothing about
So-
it. Nope.
I got off work one day and I see Gabe standing outside his house. He's got a big old TV cinema camera. I'm like, what is this kid doing? So I pull in and I got excited. He was holding the camera. I like camera stuff too. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just working on filming stuff. I said, wait 1 second. I need you to film this. He goes, what's that? Old Clifford. Unfortunately, Clifford's not here anymore. Clifford is
has passed.
retired.
Mm-hmm.
So Clifford was sitting in the driveway, and I was in Nancy, also the F-250 that you've seen. It was the gas 461. So I back out of the driveway. I go down the street. I said, record this. So I just haul into the driveway, almost slide it sideways, pop up into the driveway, and I park, and I smile. And we stopped recording. And then all of a sudden, we were like, this could be something. So we went inside, we did a little bit of editing, and we made the very first trailer. And him and I were sitting there like, what should we call this? And I don't even remember which one of us said it, but one of us goes, oh, it was me? Well, I guess I go, maybe we should call it the OBS Idiots. And he's like, that's gold. I love it. So we just hopped into it like full speed ahead. And then we went out to some gravel roads, started sliding the trucks around and whatnot and getting it on video, did a couple burnouts and whatnot, just having fun. And then we were like, man, we've got to do more than just this. Because like it started out just making maybe a funny TikTok with it.
Right,
And then it just snowballed into a whole show, movie, whatever it is, you know?
Yeah.
So OBS Idiots right now we're kind of gonna do it like a movie for the first part, but it's just the beginning of the bigger picture, you know.
Okay.
So that's about all I want to say about with it right now, because once
Sure.
it comes out, it's gonna release all the secrets.
Yep.
So there's
All
gonna be
right.
something coming after it. You just don't know what yet, and it's gonna be
Alright.
very, very big, and it's gonna be very, very fun. And it's gonna be a lot of work, and hopefully you could get in and help us out with it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but that's kind of how the story is about how OBS Idiots came about. It was a pretty good time, something we all look back on and we enjoy, you know. And like, it's not just fun for us. I hope you guys are having fun with it too, because man, it's a blast for us, and we love giving you guys joy and something that you could watch and be able to have your family around for. Because like, for the most part, all of the stuff is pretty PG-13, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Just-
yeah.
we do
definitely.
advise you not to do any of the stupid stuff we do, but we
Yep.
do it professionally in
Right.
Mexico.
Yep.
So we're
Yep.
good.
And we
but-
do have the proper safety equipment too.
Yes.
You know, everybody is safe.
Everybody's buckled up.
Yeah.
Everybody.
For sure.
We might even throw in helmets once in a while if we get into something stupid enough.
Or if we can't have a buckle, we get a ratchet strap. You know, we make
Yep.
it work, man.
We ratchet strapped Gabe in the back of that van for videoing your truck. So.
Yep. Yeah. What was
Yeah.
that? 2, 3 ratchet straps plus a
Yep.
hood,
And then
you know?
seatbelt too, right?
Oh, there was
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
He was strapped in, so it was
Yeah.
it was technically all legal as long as you're strapped into the vehicle.
Sure.
You should be fine. It's no different than being in the bed of a truck, honestly. You're
Right.
just more safer being in the back of a vehicle like that, with
Right.
the seat turned backwards and you're strapped in, and the seat's tied down basically. So he wasn't going nowhere.
Nah.
So, but yeah, so hopefully there's a lot more coming.
Mm-hmm.
Something you guys can enjoy and we could enjoy, and hopefully we could do a little bit more of this kind of stuff. Maybe get some of the guys together and sit down and have like almost a podcast for you guys, something that is easy that you guys could listen to on your way to work or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all just a work in progress. We all got big dreams, and we're gonna see where it takes us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Gabe Jurgel. I am.
Yeah. The arm has to be rested here,
There,
not here,
not there.
or here. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Hi, I'm Gabe Jurgel. I am the creator. I shouldn't say the creator of OBS Idiots. Brighton created the OBS Idiots. I'm just the guy who films and directs and edits all of it. So
Well, I'm helping now.
he's helping now.
So far, yeah.
So far.
New part of the team. Maybe it can take some of the burden off you.
Burden.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
If we can make him edit, you know, you can get a break, man.
That'd be fantastic to get him to edit this crap.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's get on to the original Building with Brian. That
Okay. All right.
5 years ago. That's taking us back to 5 years ago.
Like the desk episode.
We're talking before the desk episode even happened, when we were talking about. So every Tuesday night, which is tonight, I
Right.
go to his house for drum lessons, taught by his dad, and we used to sit in the basement in the Lego room. We used to just sit down, talk, play on our phones. You know,
Right.
well, we had iPods at the time, so we would look at
A little
photos.
bit of
we saved.
2020, you
A
know?
little bit of 2020.
But
and
that was
I mean,
before 2020. That was 2018.
That was 2018.
Yeah.
You're right. We
Dang.
started making it in 2017.
Right.
We started production in 2018.
Right, right.
So 2017,
Dang.
I was like, I'm bored because we were even building bikes at that time. We used to build bikes.
No, we started that in like the second or third episode of Building with Brian.
Well, no, because
like,
we
didn't
build.
do the episode.
We had
but-
that. We had the Mongoose first. When we first started to build, was the Mongoose. We had
Was
a
it?
Mongoose that I had. That
Is that the one that I have now?
No, I think that thing's gone. Remember, we beat the absolute.
Oh,
Like
that was
snot out
the
of
one
that
that the
thing.
derailleur caught on the tire and blew it
No,
up.
this was one. This was before that actually.
Oh, really?
We've had way too many bikes.
Yeah,
Either
way
way,
too many.
2017, we were sitting in your Lego room, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
man, I am bored. We need to do something. Like, we need to have something every week. We have something planned to do.
Right.
This is never planned still, so it didn't change
Right.
much, but it's
Yep.
something to do.
Yep,
Rather than just
yep.
sitting at a desk and talking about
Oh,
whatever.
and then yeah, wasn't it shortly after we did that one in here? And it was like almost like a podcast
Yes,
episode with the VHS
that was
tape.
it. I still
Okay.
have that tape somewhere. I don't know where it is, but
yeah,
we had the an RF transmitter.
yeah,
You use it to convert RCA into a coaxial cable. But if you take it and hook up to an antenna, you can broadcast it, which is really cool. So us being kids, we're like, we can hijack a TV station and upload whatever we want.
right, right.
And people kept giving us all this old camera equipment because it was old VHS tape, so they didn't want it.
Nobody cared.
And
yeah.
your dad used to do TV, so before this was rearranged, he had television equipment sitting here.
Yeah.
We had he had a couple of monitors up there, a couple audio equipment things down here, and stuff to hook everything up.
Mixing tables.
Mixing
everywhere.
boards. I mean, it was crazy. I have one of those
Yeah.
mixing boards in my house still.
Right.
And actually, that goes to you. That's your board now.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving it to him because he's gonna use it more than I'd ever do.
Sure.
So we started out with filming back when I was still J&S Productions
Yeah, with Jurgle and Schmidt.
and Schmidt Productions.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was before the old church came down, because that's when we switched it to Jurgle and Kellspire. We were recording on the old Zenith, I think it was. The Zenith camera that I still have to this day.
Yes.
It is still sitting in my closet.
The gray and red bag. Yeah.
The
yeah.
old 87 Zenith with the those
The,
really
the fat
the
cartridges.
fat cartridges in them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're not even high 8. I forget
no,
what
what
they
did
are.
they call them?
I forget what they are. VHS-C?
Maybe.
VHS-C, something like that. I don't know.
Maybe.
Whatever it was, we were using those, and then I took my family's DSLR that my parents got on their wedding. We started making 2018 rolls around. We started making the first episode. And you know what I mostly remember about that episode? It took us
that?
3 weeks to make it.
Which episode?
The desk episode.
The desk one took 3 weeks. I
Because
thought
we
it was that one
started,
night.
it took, a night to do the time lapse of it, and then
No, you're
you
right.
went on vacation.
You're right.
You
Yep.
came back, then I
Yep.
went on vacation.
Yep.
Came back, we finished it, uploaded it, then started working on the second episode, which was the sword.
Right. That
And
wasn't the that was the lost.
That was the
episode,
lost
wasn't it?
episode.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it was a lost. I never told anyone this, but you guys were staying something in the basement for a 4-H project, so we were kicked out to the garage next to the Mustang and
Right.
the minivan.
Because the Mustang is in the
The
video.
Mustang was in the video.
I don't know about the minivan, but
The
I
minivan
know
was
the
in it.
Mustang is. Was it?
Minivan was in it. So
Alright.
we started recording. We did our thing. We went down to the basement to go do whatever. I had a popsicle in one hand, the camera on the tripod in the other.
Oh my
And
gosh.
the camera fell off the tripod, hit the ground, and wouldn't turn on. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, I'm going to go home and try and fix this. Never fixed it. I was too scared to tell anyone. I convinced mom and dad to buy me a little camcorder, which was even worse quality than a 20-year-old DSLR.
Oh, that one was the black one. The
Yes, it was.
4K
The
one.
4K one, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It's about
4,000
it's basically
times
Scott's
HD.
Scott's camera in HD.
Yeah,
basically what it was.
pretty much. Yeah.
Anyway, then we started doing videos with that, and what ended up happening? We ran out of ideas, and we
Yes.
stopped making it because also, I got that other camera to work again, and we were gonna
yeah,
use.
but it was like
it was iffy. It kept shutting
right.
off randomly.
Right.
But like we were using the cameras together, and I was trying to learn how to switch between both cameras. But it was
Right.
two different qualities. It didn't look right.
Yeah, and then the sound was off too because they were different.
Sound was
microphones.
off. We were rebuilding my trailer. That was the last thing we ever
Oh
filmed.
yeah, it was.
Rebuilding.
Wasn't it?
We never even finished it
Yeah.
because you kept saying you're like, I'm done. We tried to film the day we were going to the paper mill bonfire. And then
I do remember
we tried
that.
to film the next week, and
Huh.
it didn't work out. And you said, "Dude, I'm done. Let's just stop."
Yeah.
It's like let's work later. We're out of money. We're out of time. We don't
Right.
got anything to do anymore.
We don't even have an idea.
We have an idea.
Right.
So we stopped, and that was 3 years ago. Can you believe that was 3 years ago? We haven't made a Building with Brian episode in 3 years.
Well, we were also riding bikes a lot then
We
too.
were.
so
we were
kinda-
building and
we were
riding
having
bikes.
Fun,
We were having
yeah.
fun, so it was more of a distraction.
Right.
So we were building, racing, and just riding bikes all over town. We were junking things. I mean,
Yes.
we were doing stuff. We just weren't doing
We
anything
had
on
like
video.
a junkin' business, dude.
We
were
did.
we were gonna start a series on that.
We were, and I was gonna call it
Was it like Junkyard Buddies or something? What was
the Junkyard Pickers. I don't know.
it?
what we're gonna
Maybe
call
it was. Maybe it was.
We're gonna
yeah.
call it something stupid, but
Junk pile pickers.
we're
or
gonna
something, I don't
basically try
remember.
and find like a GoPro, put it on a bike, and then ride around and try and find garbage with it. But
Right.
the only problem was, again, I'm not used to being on camera. I'm always the guy who operates it. So
Right.
I would have needed to be in front of you with a camera, and I always drove a manual bike. I always had the gearing, and it always sucked trying to
Yes.
keep up with you because you
That was
blew
back
through
when
stop
you had the
signs.
brown Schwinn, right?
I had the brown Schwinn.
Yeah.
It kept popping tires. You put a new one in, it pop in 5 minutes. But also,
Yeah, it did.
you blow through stop signs.
I-
You did not slow
They don't
down for me
apply
at
to
all.
me.
Yeah, no, they did
I'm
not.
above the law.
You're above
I'm
the law.
a pedestrian.
You're a pedestrian,
technically.
technically. So we ended up not doing that. And then I took Scott's camera to try and make a horror video, like an old
Yeah.
vintage horror video. And then it didn't work out because
That was
I
with
can't.
your cousin, right?
No, that was just me alone.
Oh, okay.
I could not write a script to save my life. Like, you put a gun to my head and I couldn't write something. I was terrible. So I was like, all right, I'm going to give this thing back. But I'm like, before I do, I'm holding a television camera. It was your dad. So, your dad was
Right.
doing TV with it.
It was,
and quit using
yeah.
it. So I was like, this is an honest, like an actual television camera.
Right.
I'm like, I'm going to have some fun with it.
Sure.
I was in my driveway recording when Brighton pulled up.
Right.
And I don't know if you remember this, but after we were because the only reason we did it is because I want to show you how to edit on that camera, how to transfer from a tape to
Yeah.
digital. And we weren't going to do anything with it.
Until that song came on.
Yes, and then he wanted to know how to edit, so I showed him how to transfer it over, edit, how to crop it, which it's all stretched out because I didn't crop it correctly.
Okay.
And then we were like, yeah, this is nothing. We're not doing anything with it. It was just a joke, a TikTok.
Right.
And then I was going to give Scott's camera. I texted him. I said, hey, I'm ready to give you your camera back. I was just watching videos. I'm like, OBS idiots, huh? Hold on, Scott. I got an idea. I called him up. I said, hey, let's do something here. And that's when we started doing the OBS idiots.
Yeah.
That was our first time actually doing that. And
That
then
was 2 years ago?
that was, no,
Well
A year ago?
it had to
A
have been
year
a year
ago?
ago.
Okay.
It's well over a year.
We didn't post it for a
Month
while,
or two, though.
10 months ago. So let's say almost a year.
Well, it's been
It's
definitely
been-
over a year because we didn't post
We didn't
anything
post
for
it at
this
first, but
forward.
also
Okay.
we posted it on Jurgle and Kindlespire first.
Yeah.
Or no, we posted it on Assassin first because I didn't want his name in it.
Right.
Check my TikTok because I remember we
Right,
posted it
we
when
posted.
we were sitting
So it
there.
would have been probably 11 months, maybe 11 and a half months ago. And because we didn't upload because it was supposed to be a joke. We weren't going to actually do anything with it.
Yeah.
Right.
But then I started making those videos. I showed Dad, and Dad's like, "You're so good at this, but you have such garbage equipment." He goes, "Why don't you buy stuff?" I'm like, "I don't have 10 grand to spend."
Yeah, sure.
I'm like, "This is free." I'm like, "I'm just reusing tapes here. Like, this is free." Scott lent this to me. People give me these tapes because they don't want them anymore.
Right.
It's outdated. I just make it look as good as I can and use it.
Sure.
And plus, that camera was a great action camera. That thing was beautiful. I mean, Scott used it for fishing and hunting.
Right.
It's a great show. Great camera to do that with.
Right.
So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna buy one. And then for my birthday, an early birthday gift, Dad goes, hey man, I don't know anything about cameras. I'm not gonna try and buy you one. Pick out a camera you like, I'll buy it for you. I was like, oh, Ari Alexa, here I come. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're about to spend 75 grand on me. And then Dad sent me the listing to that camera right there. And he said, hey, he's like, what do you know about these? I'm like, well, I have the editor that goes to that. They're really good cameras, beautiful quality. I'm like, these are like the smallest 6K cameras you can find.
Yeah.
They're outstanding. So I started watching some short films on them. I started watching people use them. I'm like, you know what, Dad? This is it. I want this camera. So we went out and we bought it for $2,800, fully loaded. And then saving up a few money myself, few money.
Few money.
A few money myself.
Few money.
A few
you
money.
You got to keep a few
And
of them
then-
boogers. You
Yeah,
know.
some of them boogers.
Uh-huh.
And then I bought 2 more. I bought some more lenses, Canon lenses, which we actually used in your truck video. It was a Canon like 55 to 250 millimeter. I'm
Yes.
using right now a Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter.
Right.
That's no image stabilization whatsoever, so it's horrible for filming. I did the 6.0 video, when we did the 6.0 video.
Oh, did you?
I used that, and
Oh,
I
okay.
hated it.
Yeah.
Absolutely hated it. We're going to reshoot that. We are reshooting
Okay.
the rollers for my truck.
Okay.
Absolutely awful.
Okay.
But
All right.
I kept telling you, I want to redo the show. I want to redo the show. I want to redo it. You told me absolutely not.
Oh yeah.
because you're like,
yeah.
we ran
We
out
were
of
in the
ideas.
Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And you were like,
yeah.
stop
I'm like,
asking me. We're
we ain't
done.
gonna bring it back. It's dead.
It's
Let it
dead.
die.
Let it die.
We're done.
And I was like, what if we? I was like, I don't want to like reboot it weirdly. And he goes, how about we reboot it in a totally different show,
Right.
totally different name, and we
Right.
redo everything. I'm
right,
like,
because we got the new camera, completely different.
we're technically the new studio because
You
the
know.
studio never technically was in an episode.
Right.
So technically this is a new environment.
Right.
And I was like, I guess. So I deleted all the videos of Building with Brian. The main reason, because he
Yep.
got a girlfriend, and I was like, I'm gonna protect you and not let your
Which,
girlfriend
by
see
the
it.
way, I'm still greatly
Bro,
appreciative of this.
Don't
like,
don't you
don't
you worry about it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I deleted all those videos. Well, I mean, they're saved. There's not on YouTube.
Oh yeah, no,
They're
for
saved.
sure. Yeah,
I'm not
don't
getting
get
rid of them. I love
Yeah.
them.
Don't worry, they're playing at your wedding.
Yeah. Oh no, dude, they're playing at your wedding.
All right.
One of my favorite moments. I'll put a clip in here if I have it. One of my favorite moments is we were putting together the door to your safe you built.
Oh,
and
okay.
you were using the glue, and the glue was making a scoring noise, and you just
Oh.
go, you go, hush it. You got nothing to complain about.
Oh, hush, you got nothing to complain about.
I know where you were going with that. It was making
that.
weird noise. You go, oh, hush up. You got nothing to complain about.
Yep, I remember that.
That was funny. And then, what was your favorite episode of Building with Brian?
I would say either the safe or the DVD player.
Listen, man, the DVD player was funny,
It was fun.
but it was the stupidest thing I've ever done because it wasn't even an episode. It was
Dude,
just
it
you
was, though. I
smashing
was just
the DVD
beating
player.
it with a hammer, dude. I had fun, man.
Well, how did you? What was your worst episode? What do you think was the episode that sucked that you hated to do, or
That I hated to do,
either that you
or
hated
that-
to do, or that you hated that I put together? Like you could like that could have been a great episode, but you screwed it up. You know.
I don't think there's been one of them. But one that's probably been the worst. A Building with Brian?
Building with Brian.
Dude, I don't even remember. We had
Well,
the desk,
the desk.
the DVD player, the sword.
Whoa, hold on. We had the desk, the sword.
Right.
Then we had the electric scooters where we caught the batteries on fire. DVD player,
Okay.
and then
What about did we do the turbo as one? Or was that no?
that was. Do you mean the homemade turbo for the? No, that was a TikTok.
Okay.
I think that was before Building with Brian actually.
Okay.
Because you were doing.
I thought that was from the scooters. The Switch?
No, it was. It was. You're right. No, maybe it was afterwards.
Okay, so we have desk, sword,
Sword,
scooters.
Scooters.
Was that DVD player?
Why, they're listed on the channel.
Okay.
I had them saved. Jurgle and Killinspire. Dude, again, I mean this.
Wait, did we make an episode with that footrest I did? Did we make that an episode?
We did not. I don't
Okay.
believe we did.
Okay.
It's the last episode we're forgetting. That last episode.
What was it?
Oh, I guess it was a DVD player. So one
Was it?
was the desk. Two, oh, the safe. It was a safe.
The safe
Because-
was the last one?
The sword, we never finished the sword one. So we
Right.
did the second episode was the safe. So forget the sword. It was
Okay.
desk, safe, playing with electricity, which is scooters,
Uh-huh.
and then the DVD player, and then it was why we're not uploading because we're doing your house remodel. Building Brian update with the paper mill catching on fire, and then we started doing the fifth episode
like,
and we died out doing
don't
it.
worry, we'll have another one out in a week. Just give us a week.
And then
week
about
later.
4 months
give us
later-
another week. You know. Yeah.
About 4 months later, we didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
I would say the desk one is justified. I think the desk one was fine.
I don't like the way I did it. I feel like it could have been
Yeah.
a good episode. I don't like the way I did the desk episode.
Okay. All right.
Mainly
fair
the
enough.
NCS music in there for the. I didn't
well,
like
but
that.
what can you do? They were
It's-
kind of crawling on you about the.
Because I used a
Copyright.
Garth Brooks song at first,
Yeah.
and everyone was screaming at me about it, and I was like, "Fine, I won't do it."
Yeah, you put that like dun dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun
da, da,
dun
da,
dun.
dun.
No, that's
Like a
MCHS.
copyright.
It's a non-copyright song. That was
No,
non-copyright.
yeah, yep.
Dude, every time I
That's
hear
why we
that
had to
song,
use it.
I feel like my ears are bleeding
I
because
feel
I
like
can't
PTSD,
stand
man.
it.
It was irritating.
Dude, we listened to that song
Oh my
non-stop.
In between then, in between was it the second episode or the first one? We did a couple of short films like The Cruise Night and Hanging with
Yes,
Ari.
we did.
Remember that?
And they're all in. Okay, so his dad made a movie theater attic, and it has
Yeah.
all the special movie that he loves. His show is in it, and I made it in the. I made my DVDs, made it in the rack, and that was a huge that was
Yeah.
crossed off my bucket list. I could die a happy man. My DVDs made it into the movie theater.
I might still have one down here somewhere.
I thought they were all in the theater.
See, they were, but I thought I brought the Cruise Night one down here.
I thought we put it back upstairs. But anyway, we did make some cruise night videos of the car shows. We did a lock picking video, which then one of our friends showed up, and we ended up doing a video with her.
What is this?
We did, the roof. Putting the new roof on your house. And then we
Yes!
had the video of
Dude,
you
I
underneath
forgot
the porch.
about that. Under the porch, that's what it was,
That
because I
you
had the,
were like-
the flip.
Yep, you were
Oh
probably-
my gosh.
What, 6 years old?
I think I was 6.
5 or 6 years old.
I think so, because it was like 2012? 2011? It would have been 2011
that
if I
was,
was 6.
dude, that was years ago.
Cause yeah, dude. Oh my gosh.
I
I was so bad.
because the trampoline-
That is the
The
worst
trampoline
one.
was over there. The old play set was over here in the corner because that's when we also broke the window in the garage with the football,
football,
or was it a soccer ball? I think it was a
No,
soccer ball.
Was it? I thought it was a football.
Or maybe it was just one of those weird
I don't
round
know.
bouncy balls because I
don't know.
broke the garage window.
I do
around
remember that.
time.
It was like the top corner
It was
of
the top corner of it. You
Mm-hmm.
were so scared to tell your dad about it.
He took it at first a lot better.
A lot better.
than I thought he would, but then
And then later, Isaac, my younger brother, broke a window
Broke
there, and
another
I think
window.
he was like, "Okay, you guys are no longer allowed to be near the garage."
Yes. Yeah.
But man, it's been 5 years, man, since we
I
started
would
doing
say
this.
I would say the worst video I can think of that we've ever done before was Under the Porch.
Under the porch.
That
We
was-
didn't do that
was
together,
Mine.
though.
Yeah, but that was mine. That was the worst one.
I think, in my opinion, I absolutely hated the desk video.
Really?
Couldn't stand doing it. I hated it.
Really?
One of the worst things I've ever done. And then I hated the trailer. Even though the trailer video didn't actually come out, the bike trailer, even though it was never released, I absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
We had that fan going because it was 112, like it is right now. If you hear a buzzing in the background, it's a fan.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the cooling almost cup holder, patent pending.
There you go.
We're gonna have that on, but that one's screaming way too loud.
Yeah.
The mics, I already have to go into editing and raise these mics up so loud because if I go too loud, they start to pop and crack. If they're too quiet, it starts to buzz.
All right.
But I think those two are very good in. What was your favorite? Let's say it was favorite.
My favorite one.
Those two were my, like, they're head to head on, they sucked.
I'm gonna say favorite one to do, to like for me to
To be doing.
write. I was gonna say like act, but I wasn't acting. I would say either the safe. I think safe takes second, and I think DVD player was first, just because
Really?
I had fun.
I mean,
But I
listen,
think my favorite episode was the safe.
I think it's between the safe and
Oh,
the
but
electric
playing-
scooter.
That one was fun. Playing with electricity or whatever.
Playing with electricity.
That was fun too.
We had just gotten on the sleepover.
Oh, did we blow up a capacitor too?
That
and
was
it smelled
later.
like cornstarch
or no,
or
no,
whatever.
that was that day. We just didn't
Yeah.
get on video.
Yeah.
So we caught the battery fire. We had
Oh
just
my
had a sleepover.
gosh.
We were getting so tired of each other. If you watch back in it, at the actually it's the
man.
intro.
Oh, cause that was Matt. Matt and Cole came down with the
that
with
was
the plastic.
later. That was later.
Was it?
I don't think actually no, that wasn't even that because I had the DSLR.
Cause he was like, what did Cole say
Cole
that you
said,
got it back? He
you
said something.
can't melt plastic. It makes your brain go through. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, so it gives you the IQ of Cole.
Yeah, but then he said something about mentally handicapped,
Oh.
and you were, and then you said something.
What the heck did he say?
I don't remember. Was it?
He says something like, this is what happens when you're mentally handicapped. And I don't know what my
Right.
comeback was, but I
I
basically
thought it had something to do with the wheelchair.
I don't remember what it was.
I
And
don't
then
know, but it was pretty
Matt
good.
being. I told Matt I'm recording, so don't swear, and he said that one thing in
He
front.
did. He
But no,
did.
that wasn't even that. What was funny because we had probably spent already 30 hours together, so we were getting pretty sick of each other. But like,
Oh yeah, dude.
When
we
we
hung
were-
out like the entire. That
oh my god,
That
it
was
was
like
awful.
2 days, man.
It was awful.
That was a long ass time.
We were sparking the thing, and you said, "Dude, stop!" I said, "Don't touch me!" And I
Yeah.
did that, and then the battery caught on fire. And I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
I don't know what to do. Dude!
Oh my god!
and I'm like, I told you.
Oh, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
so
I
much
remember
fun.
that.
And then we used it to, we used the pencil lead, or the graphite, to make a
Okay.
light bulb and the light matches on fire.
Okay.
That was fun.
Okay, that was.
That was a
I
lot
don't
of
even remember
fun.
what we used as a power source. Was that the batteries?
It was the batteries.
batteries.
It was the
Okay,
batteries.
Okay.
We kept bringing pencils downstairs, and we kept hacking them open and pulling the graphite out of them. We ended up
Right.
using them to weld as well.
Yeah.
We used them as a welder. That was a
fun.
lot of fun.
That was fun. I'm gonna say first was DVD player for my enjoyment. Second was safe because I had fun, and
The safe was a
production
good
I
one.
think was pretty good.
Production was really good. We got that one done in 3 days. That was
quick. That was good.
for the
Dude,
last
why did the safe smell so good though? Do you remember how it smelled?
when we took the foam out of it. I think that smelled pretty bad. I didn't
Foam?
like it. It was a speaker. It was a speaker. Remember?
Yeah, what foam?
There was that sound deadening
Was
foam
there?
in it. It was yellow, disgusting. When we took it out, we smelled the inside like. That's
Really?
awful. Yeah, it was like a burning, like fiberglass in your nose.
Whenever I go down there and open it up, which I
still use
can't because one of my siblings shoved a key in it and broke it off. Thanks, Joey. But anyway, whenever I'd go down there, I'd open it up. I've got like some of those. I don't know if they're used or fake, but they were like little fireworks at one time because it was like after the 4th of July.
Yep, the
I-
little firecrackers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if they were duds or did I.
They were
But
probably
whatever the
duds.
case, I threw them in there along with a bunch of other stuff. I don't even remember what, but I remember opening it up and going, nostalgia. You know, it just
Nostalgia.
I can't even describe it. Oh, we put the light in there too. Was that in the episode or not?
No, that was after the episode.
Okay, but I put a light in there.
Because I also looked like a mini fridge for a little bit.
Yeah.
I did. And then that safe video was a lot of fun because it was the most out-of-pocket thing. It was more of an anything's possible kind of thing to do.
Yeah.
Because you don't just find a speaker and go, yeah, I'm going to turn that into a
Safe.
vault. That's what that's going to be. And then anything's possible. Let's get on to, Building with Brian was fun. We did that for a while and we're done. So now we create this new show and we're like, what's the name going to be? Because we can't name it Building with Brian because we're done with it. We want to forget that. We want to be fresh and brand new. I think it was going to be Brian Builds Anything or some dumb. I didn't like the name of it. I was not thrilled with the name.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't think I want my name on it, bro. That
yeah,
sounds
right.
Stupid,
and then
but yeah,
we filmed way before we had the name to it.
Yes.
We started filming before we had the name.
Yeah, I think we were like done with the first episode,
done with
packing up or something, or
and
halfway
then
through.
We were halfway through it, but then when it came to like doing the wiring of the radio, we did the wiring on one thing.
Yeah.
But like it's 2 different days.
Right.
I said, hey, do you think we could take? He has a light system here he built for 4-H, like to show wiring. That's fine. You guys see it in the episodes when it's lit up.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, do you think it's possible to turn that sideways, turn on, and have light? He goes, hey man, anything's possible. And we both looked at her like,
yeah.
That's it.
That's
anything's
the one.
possible.
And
we're like, let's do it. Anything's possible. So we started making the first trailer to it, and then YouTube banned it. YouTube didn't like it.
Like 4 times.
4 times they did. I uploaded a video because the original montage had Brian using a nail gun, a hammer, and...
Oh, and it was something about miners.
Yeah, so they were like, oh, you're putting miners in danger. I'm like, okay, he was...
Been working in construction for like 2 years at that point.
Yeah, he'd been working full-time in construction.
Yeah.
But I forgot... Oh, that was another reason. You had a job. That's also why we quit filming. You had a job.
That's true.
I had a job. We both we worked together, actually. We were working the same place. We just got home and tired of seeing each other.
Yeah.
We
But hang on after work? Nah, I've had enough of you.
I had enough of you. Plus, we got sick of eating beef jerky. We're like, I gotta go home and throw up.
Oh, dude. That was good.
Why did we think beef jerky for lunch would be the best thing ever?
That was a good lunch, though.
That was a good lunch.
Still,
one of my
easily
favorites.
my favorite lunch.
One of my favorites.
That one and Taco Bell and the Excursion.
Bro, that was good.
Love that one.
Anyway,
Love
so
that
we
one.
were, we started doing this. We named it Anything's Possible.
Right.
And then we started doing montages of the old show into the new show. How old were you when we were filming? It was 5 years ago. So let's say about 5 years. The show didn't go on for more than 2 months.
It
maybe
was
3
5
months.
years ago?
5 years
I thought
ago.
I was 12, but 5 years ago would put me 13.
I think you would have been probably 13. Makes a little more sense, 12 or 13.
Okay.
They were like, no, he's a minor. You put him in danger. Fair enough. He's a kid. Let's just take the nail gun out. Take this out. Take him smashing shit out, whatever.
Right. Well, yeah, we made like a montage, and you're like, fine, just take out everything having to do with Building with Brian, and we'll just start new.
So then...
Failed it again.
Failed it again because he was using a hammer. He used a hammer and
Oh,
they're like,
that's
no.
right. I was like, tap,
And
tap. Yeah.
I had to release it on YouTube a couple times on private to see if they flagged it.
Right.
They never flagged it. Put it public, never flagged it. I re-uploaded it. They flagged it, and then they banned me for uploading for a month. But my plan was New Year's. We're gonna upload that teaser and then start from there.
Right.
I uploaded the teaser and they banned it, and they were like, you cannot upload now." I was like, "Oh my gosh, it just ruined the channel."
You were pissed.
I was pissed. I was pissed.
You were like, I'm half tempted to just cancel it, man. They don't even deserve my content.
Yeah, no, I'm like, they don't deserve my awesomeness.
Yeah.
And then I made a new account because that one was flagged. Anytime I upload it was flagged. So we made the new account of Jurgle Media, which I had in the back of my head for the past couple months. I was tired of making new accounts.
Right.
I'm like,
Dude,
what
you got like
goes
6.
where? And I'm like, Jurgle Media, that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
Because you and I quit making videos together, and I'm like, I feel dumb to have Jurgle and Kindle Spire. I was going to rename it, but I'm like, but we still do stuff on it. I'm like,
yeah.
So Jurgle and Kindle Spire Productions is what we do. Jurgle Media is what I do, or Brighton and I do.
Well, but that's nostalgic videos, isn't it?
Well, yeah, we also had nostalgic videos together. That's half yours, half mine. Which we're still using. I still use that camera.
Okay.
But it's getting switched over to this 6K one. We
Okay. Yeah.
So I made Jurgle Media. I uploaded. I couldn't call it Anything's Possible. I call it Project AP because Anything's Possible kept getting flagged. So I nicknamed it Project AP.
Right. I think it's still on there like that.
It is still on there like that. So we nicknamed it Project AP. I I had uploaded it, and it, it got banned. So I was like, that's it. We're taking the first, because the first 3 episodes were already done. They were already done and made. I had them all finished.
Right, dude. We were just waiting to upload.
We were just waiting
them.
to upload them.
Yeah.
And then we got lazy a few times.
Right.
But anyway, I was like, that's it. I'm done.
But
I'm
we
putting
stayed
the-
on schedule for a little
We
while.
did.
Like halfway.
Half-
Well, we can't
almost.
because we lost a bunch of
We
episodes.
lost a bunch of
Dude,
episodes.
we've made like 15 episodes.
We made the grips to the revolver, but it's a gun, so
Is that-
YouTube would probably freak out.
That's not.
A pew-pew.
Stick.
A boomstick, a freedom
But
dispenser,
it's old or
a freedom
fake?
dispenser.
It wasn't fake. It was old.
It's a real one, but it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
It's disabled because it's
Right.
broke.
Right.
It's from
Technically
1889.
a replica.
It's 1889. It's literally not even a replica. It's just an old vintage firearm.
Right. It
But
just didn't work.
it won't shoot. The cylinder doesn't turn. The trigger doesn't work.
Right.
It's a hammerless revolver.
Right.
And he made custom grips for it. And I was finishing up editing. And I'm like,
Those weren't.
I
bad.
went on to and I was thinking about it, I'm like, last time I uploaded a gun video on YouTube, the police were at my house. Dang it. I'm like, I'm 18. I have a FOID card, but
Right.
what am I gonna do? Go on camera and go, here's my FOID card?
Well, we did. We did.
I'm like,
You
I
remember
don't want to
that?
do it because like my address is on there,
Well,
my
right.
name's on.
Right.
Like,
We started to. Like, we can't do
I guess
this.
I don't care if my name's on there, but I'm like, I can't do this. And I'm
Right.
like, Brian, we're scrapping it because like I
Yeah.
can't have the police come to my house again.
Yeah, I'm like.
Too many people
totally
flag me
get
down.
it,
I don't want the
you
police
know.
coming over here again.
Yeah.
We did the gun holder for the 1875.
Yep.
The pew. I'm censoring it. Okay. When you're hearing the censor,
gonna
you know
bleep
what it
this
is.
out.
I'm
You're gonna
bleeping
bleep this
everything out. We made a bleep holder. It was
Wait,
a
we
display
didn't
case.
upload that one?
Never finished it.
What?
The audio was messed up to begin with.
Oh, and there were media offline.
Yep, media offline. And then
Forgot
we
about
made
that.
a video on my Corvette. I messed up the audio on that one. And then
Yep.
we moms are leaving.
Yep. I wasn't even gonna wave because I figured that would mess up the shot. But then you
No,
waved,
whatever.
and
They're
I'm like,
waving at us. I saw my mom looking through that window.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay,
so
anyway.
I didn't upload that one, and there was like 2 or 3 more we just didn't upload because they just weren't right.
Yeah, we
We
couldn't
made
do
a lot of
something.
them, but
Right.
I like the idea Brian
But
had
that
with this one.
that was the first one, wasn't
That
it?
was the first one.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I believe this was the first one with music, because then we had your
Really?
dad make music for us.
Yeah.
I asked your dad if he could make music for us, and he's like, bro, I already got music I've been wanting to use. So we went in and we did the recording of his music, which is absolutely amazing. I love the music. He did a fantastic job, and I want to pay him to make more music for us,
Yeah.
so we can change it up a little bit. But the intro, all that's his.
Yeah. Yeah. That
All
was
that
when we
music.
started that, wasn't
That's
it?
when we started that. That was
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Okay.
And then our break. We didn't film for a while.
What did we do?
Worked on my truck. I bought a new truck. I bought a 2005 6.0 Power Stroke. One of the worst purchases I ever made in my life. I made some pretty dumb
Oh
purchases.
yeah, because it was pretty much that whole time I worked at that dealership.
Yep.
We didn't
That's
do
right.
anything.
We worked at the Ford
Right,
dealership together.
right.
But yeah, and then after the dealership, what did we do after that? I went to go work in Marion. I traveled to Marion.
Yeah,
and
you were
did
doing
some,
film and stuff.
I was
for a
film
while.
working in Marion. I had the. That's why I was like, I'm gonna move away and just go
Right.
move down to Marion
Right.
because I was doing commercials. I was gonna be doing some football stuff and concerts.
Yeah.
But there wasn't enough work yet, which I am going
Right.
back eventually.
Good.
October, I'm going back down there to do some more work.
Nice. Early or late?
I think it's the 16th and then the 27th. So 2 days out of that month
All right.
for
all right.
concerts. And then I was just like, filming is where I want to be. Filming is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I was destined to stay down in Marion, which is like, what, 4 hours away? 5
I have no
hours
idea.
almost.
I have no idea.
I liked it down there. It was fun. Went
Yeah.
on my grandpa's boat and
Sure.
chilled. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I came back, and then the Morse coin shop was moving. I moved there, and I said, hey, I need a job. And he was like, come on over. Job's here for you. So I've been working there. And at that point, we were already still doing Anything's Possible. But
Right.
we were working on my truck, working on your truck. And then
yeah.
it was to the point to where we were so stressed out about everything, we're just like, nope, taking a break.
Right.
Just take a break.
Right.
We took a 4-month break.
Was it?
Yeah.
Dang.
I think it was a 4-month break.
Dang. Maybe it was.
Let me
Yeah, you're
verify.
right.
I believe it was 4 months.
right?
'Cause I was gone for about 7.
Yes.
Yeah, it
you
probably was
were.
about 4 then.
So, because I remember I looked
Okay.
back at it and I was like, how far are we? Yeah, 4 months.
Dang.
Because then, I did the documentary. That's right. I did the Vietnam documentary too.
Which
That-
the video will be right about where.
Yeah, I will put that in the description. That already has 6,000 views, so
Dang.
it's getting there. I messed up the audio in the first half of it, which I'm not happy about. And then I did the short film for John.
Yes.
For short film John.
That's right.
I know
'cause
like
you were
5
there
Johns.
a lot. You
I
were
was
there,
there
like Friday night, Saturday, Sunday.
Sunday. I think I was there Monday.
Could be.
Maybe
yeah.
maybe I left Monday, but I was there for the whole weekend filming with him. And then we
Right.
came back, and then just 5 days ago, I uploaded our last episode that we just did with Josh. 114
Oh, okay.
views so far.
Dang.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad, huh?
Man, Josh really got it up
A
there.
whole
We gotta,
2 likes, man.
bro, we gotta get
a whole 2 likes.
we gotta get Eli out here now, the other twin.
Hey, come on, guys. You
I don't
gotta
know if
start
he
hitting
will.
that like
You gotta start hitting that like button. This is gonna be a significantly longer episode. This is gonna
Yeah?
be a lot longer.
What are we at so far? Are we at like an hour?
An hour maybe. I think our longest. So the last
Hour and
episode
a
was
half,
23
maybe, yeah.
minutes. Anything's possible. Oh yeah, that one. That would be 27 minutes. That was a keychain.
I thought we were aiming too when we started. I thought we were aiming for like 45 minutes.
We were aiming. Well, for this or for our other episodes?
For like the first
I think
episode?
we were aiming for about 25 to 30.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
Now,
thought we were going
what was your
longer.
favorite Anything's Possible, and what was your least favorite Anything's Possible?
I'm gonna say, all right. In terms of,
Whether it was building or I don't want to be here or, or maybe you just watched. I mean, do you even watch the videos?
occasionally,
I don't know if you're
sometimes
just
me
like-
and Maddie watch them together.
Oh, you do. Does she judge you? Or does she go, dang, Brian, you're really good at this? Or does she go, wow, Gabe is a fantastic filmmaker?
All of the above.
Does she actually say that?
No.
I'm a fan. Oh. Maddie,
You shouldn't
come
have asked
on.
questions, man.
Maddie.
No,
You meet
no,
her
no,
one
but-
time and she doesn't
But
even
you know
talk
what?
about you.
When I watch them, it is nice. It is a nice show.
There can be improvements.
You
I
know.
need to be better, and I'm gonna plan on doing. I want you to
Sure,
edit
but you
too,
get the
so
important
wanna-
parts.
get
I
the
like
important
that.
parts.
Yeah. But I would say I hated doing that because I was so
Radio.
off that day.
The radio
I was
episode
making
was
so many mistakes.
The radio episode was something, man.
I liked the final product, but I was just off that. Oh, what was that other one I liked? Bradley and Brighton were fun. Yeah,
with the
that
door?
was fun. I won't let Maddie watch that.
Wait. Are you talking about the? Are you talking about the when Grace texted, and you were like,
Oh, no, I'll
well,
let her
blank,
watch
blank, blank.
that. Man, my ass, why not? Here, let me bend over so you can me.
Who is that?
Shut the up,
Oh my gosh, she's texting me.
off.
I told her I was filming. She even says have fun filming. She texted me and said have fun filming.
Do you need a bigger Apparently you can't me hard enough. Dude, that one was gonna be good too.
I text her back, bro. You just text Brian and ruined a take. Make sure your phone is silenced.
Yeah, I saw that thing better be silenced. Yes, it is. You know what?
Oh, no,
I
is that
don't
what you were
care.
talking about? That was one of your favorites?
That was, yes, I love that too. What episode was that?
That was the.
Oh, the cooling
that was
almost coupled to
yep,
Patent Pending.
Patent Pending.
Yeah, I liked that one. That one was fun.
That was a fun one.
And there was one of them too that I really liked, but I don't remember what it was.
Here, I'll show you the.
We were ripping stuff.
I think that was actually the.
Was that the?
So we got the wiring the radio, the actual
Okay.
radio episode. We had
Okay.
the holder for my radio that Brighton was on. We had the
Yes.
we had the battery holder that Bradley was on.
That one wasn't
We
bad.
had my radio in the old red truck with the boss.
Yeah.
We had making the custom keychain, putting the DVD player in my truck,
Yeah.
and that was up until this last one we just did.
Dang.
We didn't do
I
a whole
feel
lot
like there
of
was a couple more.
Again,
Maybe
those
they
didn't get uploaded.
Maybe it was like the gun holder or something.
Probably
that I
was.
liked.
I'll tell you, my least favorite one, at least a film, was that one.
Yeah.
I hated filming that almost cup holder.
Oh yeah. That one.
Do you know how many times we did that intro? We did that intro probably 17 times.
Because that was the one with the book.
That intro, we shot, the very last one was in crop 6K, which is what we're shooting in right now. The original ones were in 5.7K, but we kept doing it, and we're like, we had it scripted. I hate scripted.
That was
Can't
the one
stand
thing
it.
we did scripted.
And at the very, like, we were just about to get it.
Oh my gosh,
Grace
the
texted.
last line.
The last line.
The
Or not even the last
last
line.
I
You
said.
had like, you went to the book and you're like, aha, and you hear ding.
Oh, because you
and
made
you're like,
me do that voice that I could never do.
Oh, the hi.
Oh yeah, it
I'm
was
Brian
like
Kindlespire.
hi.
The
My
the
name's
HR
Brian
voice
Kindlespire.
is what I like to call it.
And I think
hi.
I finally got it that one
You did.
time.
And then she
And then
interrupted
we're like,
it.
all right, yeah, we started doing it. And then a thing,
Dude, you lost. And like, I almost looked at you and said, don't do it, because I could cut it out. I could cut the audio out of it, but I'm
nah,
like,
you could
you
hear
went-
it. I was like,
I was gonna take the audio, cut it, add some more background music in.
I
but
wasn't
I'm
gonna
like,
make you
he would-
do that. I was pissed anyway.
And then he just started going. I was gonna end the recording, but he'd start going off, screaming and cussing. I'm like, all right, whatever.
me and my ass flying out here. Let me bend over so you can me. Shut the up.
Oh my gosh, he's texting me.
Off. Do you need a bigger? Apparently, you can't me hard enough.
And then we had a few of the intros we're not gonna release because those were just funny intros we made for ourselves. Just
Oh!
Yes!
Yes!
the Chicago
What
rig
was that?
stuff.
Straight from the fucking depths of Chicago.
And then
See, and I think that's why I liked that one, because it was fun.
it was fun.
I mean,
to-
it sucked at the beginning. I don't remember what the
It's-
beginning. Oh, the intro.
the intro was
That
awful.
sucked.
I feel like there just wasn't enough to do. It was confusing to follow with.
Right.
It was fun to
Right.
be here to watch it be built and the fun we had doing it, but
Right.
I feel like anyone who watched it probably would have like not liked it.
No, I don't. I doubt it.
I don't know if anyone would actually liked it.
Probably not. But I mean, it still works. You
I
know?
want to say probably my favorite video
Still
was the
cooks,
radio
man.
video because
I
the
know.
radio
That-
was
me
it was
too.
we got back into it. We were excited.
right.
We had
I
just
had
gotten
fun.
in. We were like I'd be doing something like, hey, come check this shot. Look how crystal clear it looks. You know.
It looked good.
And
too.
we compared it to the
was
old like
crisp.
720p to the crop 6K. Oh,
It looked like looking out
gorgeous.
a window. It was
Looking
amazing.
it was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, that was just
was.
puts the biggest smile on your face.
Right. And see, that's why I like that. Like I said, I was off that day making it, but the production part of it was fun.
Production part was great.
Yeah.
And we had fun making it too.
Right.
And like you said, you want a new radio, and you were looking for it. I said, hey, why don't we just get a car? You're like, why the hell would I get a
Oh!
car radio?
Cause I
I'm like,
yeah,
just have
and
the
I
power.
I had a big, like
Yep.
a tower one with like CD, cassette tape, something else.
You and I bought that for you from
Right.
Goodwill like 10 years ago.
Right, dude, I loved that thing.
That thing was awesome.
Yeah, I moved it out here. I blew one of the ports up in the basement.
Yep.
I blew the other one up here, and then it started smoking.
Started
I'm like,
smoking. The cassette player wouldn't play anymore.
No,
It
it
was
kept
getting
eating
bad.
tapes.
Kept eating tapes.
I'm like, can't. I gotta get another one. We went around like Goodwill and St. Vincent, couldn't
So-
find one.
For context, we used to collect old audio equipment because people used to give them to us.
Yeah.
The neighbor's basement that flooded, she had a studio grade cassette deck.
Right.
Dual cassette deck. So we took that because she gave it to us. We started recording actually one of our podcasts on it. One of the show we never
Yeah.
finished. We have a lot of shows we never finished.
We have a lot.
Which is why I'm so
of
excited
shows.
about this one because this is the first time we actually finished a
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, right.
Things kept going wrong.
Right.
You know,
Oh my
equipment
gosh.
breaks. We run out of money.
And
we run
it's
out of
hard
time.
to ideas. It's hard to.
Ideas
come
are
up with
hard, which is
ideas,
why
man.
Brighton's here now because Brighton has to come up with all stupid ideas now.
Exactly.
Also, if these guys got an idea, drop it down in the comments.
Exactly. You guys got
Yeah.
an idea? Drop it in the comments.
We're
so
all for
if
it.
this show fails, it's all Brighton's fault, basically.
Exactly. That's why he's here, is so
I'll
that when
take
we
that
don't
fall.
finish
He's the
it.
fall
I'm here,
guy.
it's not gonna fail.
He's the fall
All
guy.
right, sure.
I'm the fall guy.
He's our insurance, so
Yep.
sort of. Well, he's our insurance. So if it fails, no one can blame us. We blame him.
All right.
So then, this is the first time we're gonna finish a series.
Right.
So after this series, we're gonna probably have our own little party. I say we order a pizza, get some
Yeah.
drinks in here.
Movie up in the movie room.
Bro, I say we have some fun. I
Yeah.
say after we're done, we hang out and then we're gonna take a well-deserved break from
Yeah.
this show.
Okay.
We're gonna focus on OBS Idiots.
okay.
We're gonna focus on some more stuff in the future that is probably secret. I don't know if we're gonna say anything else that might be done yet,
Okay.
but a lot of it is gonna be focused more on OBS Idiots.
Okay.
Getting trucks together, getting videos put together,
Maybe
And
even a little bit of traveling, getting some
maybe.
other trucks that are
Possibly.
stashed away.
maybe
Okay.
a road trip.
Okay.
You might not be able to come with because
Okay.
well you're busy. That's the
Yeah.
only reason why. If you weren't busy,
Yeah.
we'd be forcing you to come with.
Oh,
but
for sure.
You have a job for some reason.
I mean,
Um,
we could make it a weekend.
we could make it a
thing, leave
weekend
out
thing.
Friday, get back Sunday night.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do that.
Yeah.
Actually, we have to have 3 drivers on it too, because
Yeah.
it's a long drive,
About 9 hours from here.
especially with a trailer.
Yeah.
Oof.
So we'll be on the road about 16 hours.
And if we got to do some things there, it might be nice to have another set of hands to
Exactly,
help
'cause
carry things.
That one truck still needs
That
stripped
one
out.
truck's being stripped down.
Yeah.
So, anyway, too much on that front. We got
Sure, yeah,
plans.
yeah.
We have a lot of plans. So, when we take breaks, every now and then it's a break. But realistically, we're working our ass off
Oh,
to
yeah.
do everything else.
Right.
OBS Idiots, I had planned to be uploaded already, but it's not because every time I call someone and say, "Hey, I need videos," they'll be like, "Hey, man, my truck just broke, can't do it," or "All right, let's do it at 9." Can't. It's too dark. My camera doesn't do good in low light.
And that's where this after OBS Idiots comes in.
Exactly. So that wasn't supposed to be mentioned, was it?
We already mentioned it a little bit.
We did
so
mention it? Okay,
we
well
can
then, yeah.
share A little bit.
A little
but not
bit.
too much.
But basically, we've kind of just, as you can see from the new trailer, we went 6K. Because I'm tired of using Scott's camera because it takes too much time to use and too much money. It costs too much money for me to use that camera. I gotta buy tapes. They're $9 a
Right.
piece for an hour.
Right.
It's costing me $9 an hour to
Right.
run that camera.
Right.
And
We've
a
got
lot more than
a
an
lot
hour
more
worth
than
of
an hour's worth of filming.
Oh,
One
yeah.
tape, I could get basically 3 tapes out of one truck. It's bad.
Yeah.
So I mean,
For about 15 minutes of.
oh
yeah,
yeah,
for
for
footage.
15 minutes of footage.
Right.
So it costs me way too much to use that camera. I can't afford to use that camera much anymore.
And it's time. It's
It's
labor
time.
intensive.
It's labor intensive. If I record an hour of footage, it's an hour transfer because it's
Right.
real time transfer.
Right.
This camera I can run for free.
Right.
I already paid for everything. I can run it for free. It was a gift. My dad paid for it.
Right.
It was a birthday gift. So well, I guess that I did buy that SSD. That cost me $100. So I paid
Well,
$100 for
$100
as much
though.
storage as I want.
Right.
So I switched over for easier use, for save some time,
Convenient.
but better quality footage.
Oh my
Nostalgic
gosh.
Videos was made to look back for us, to look back and go, man, I remember that red truck, and to give to the nostalgic look of 2000s.
Right.
You know.
Or like you said with the one person's Chevy.
Right.
It'd look like it was a dealership made video because it
Yep.
was made in like
It was made
90
in 2005.
05.
Well,
Which would have been
one of our good friends has a mint 2005 Chevy Impala.
Right.
I took it down to the Chevy dealership near us, and they let me make a video on their lot with the camera. So it's like it left the dealership in 2005.
Oh, you did make it?
Oh, I made it. It's not edited, but I filmed it.
Oh, I didn't know that you filmed it yet.
No, I filmed it
Nice.
before I had the 6K cameras.
Okay.
It was filmed a while ago. I just
Yeah.
need to buckle down and actually get to editing it, which probably won't be anytime soon.
Sure.
So I was doing stuff like that. I want to give a nostalgic look, which is why the account was called Nostalgic Videos.
Right.
Then I was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm using the 6K camera. I didn't want to originally, but we
Right.
had to. It cost too much
Right.
money.
Right.
Then I don't have a lot of OBS trucks near me anymore. My dad sold mine because it was getting pretty bad. The trains was starting to fall apart on it. It was shifting into 4th gear lockup at like 20 miles an
Yeah.
hour. You had to pop it neutral, shut it off, turn it back on, and then it wouldn't shift into lockup at all. You turn the hazards on, lockup
Right.
would go away.
Right.
It wouldn't shift right with the hazards on.
Right.
The floor was gone,
or
rockers were
something.
gone.
The headlight or the
Oh, if you
headlight switch kept
unplug,
burning
the
out?
headlight switch kept lighting on fire, so when,
Right.
it lit on fire and broke, the trains wouldn't shift.
Right.
It was weird, man. It was really weird. And then
Plus it was rusty.
I rebuilt the dash cluster, and then the RPM gauge wouldn't work. It would idle all the way up, and when you hit it, it would go backwards. And then as you drive, it'd go.
I'll still never forget that day.
Because we dropped the original cluster, and I went, well, uh-oh.
Right.
And then I had to take parts from each one and build it into the original case and put it back
Right.
in.
Because we installed it, and then we were like, perfect, let's go test this thing out.
Sucked.
You're carrying it, you dropped it, we got in, started with, this had better work, started it
We were
up.
like, it's the same. It's a 93 Ford, the exact same truck. It's gonna work.
Yep.
It does not work.
And then you like, when you floored it, it would go backwards.
It would go backwards.
It was crazy.
It was awful. And then once it did what your red truck did, when you get up to 60, the speedometer would boop, 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 boop,
Oh,
boop, boop.
yeah.
The old cluster never did that. Never did it. Only if you went to like 80, it'd go. But it never did
remember
yours.
that.
Where yours was like 55 or 60. It'd go back
Above
and forth.
45, it'd do what yours did at 80, and then like 55, 60, it'd just like
Yeah. I remember you saying, I have a video somewhere, you driving it, and it's doing this, and you're like, we're going 70. I'm like, how can you tell?
Oh yeah, cause yeah.
And then you pop it neutral and go, boom.
Right,
and
right.
you go and drive. You
Yeah,
go,
I'm like,
boop,
see, I
boop,
told
boop,
you.
boop, boop, boop.
Pop back in.
Fun times with that truck. Poor thing got crushed.
Yeah.
That got
yeah.
crushed at the scrapyard, like your old truck. They crushed it.
Oh, you haven't seen the picture of it yet.
And then
It's a hurtful picture.
My
I still
truck's
got
gone.
A memorial up here for it.
yeah, the memorial for it. So basically, we don't have any more OBS trucks. We're getting off topic.
Right.
We don't have any more OBS
Oh my gosh,
Fords.
yes.
So I was
Except
like,
Nancy.
except Nancy. Nancy's still here. We
And
got
Nick.
one more thing. Nick. We got one more thing to shoot with Nancy, and Nancy's done.
retired.
She's retired. We can't keep beating on that truck. It's in great shape for what it is.
It's not even got 90,000.
Yeah, it's low mileage. It's starting to rust, but it's a good shaped truck. But also, it eats fuel like it's nothing.
We went through what, 4 tanks in one day of filming?
Oh, more than that.
Yeah.
After we went under the bridge in the scene with the bridge, you were revving it. It burned a quarter tank revving it.
Mm-hmm.
We came back and bought you a full tank of gas. By the time we got back to my house, it already burned eighth of a tank.
Right.
Like you could watch the needle gauge
You
drop.
literally watch it drop down.
It was
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that truck probably might make some more appearances. We might use it for.
Once in a while, yeah.
Maybe we'll use it for like how we did last time, where you're driving it, I'm sitting in the bed, maybe just
Sure.
for old nostalgic look for it.
Sure.
But I don't think she'll be in anymore. I think no more stunts at least.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll be in the
deserves an
background.
easy life.
She
sat
deserves
in
an
a
easy
barn
life.
For 14 years.
Right, she sat in a bar and she doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Not that any of these vehicles do, but
No, that's fair.
it's more fun to beat on them.
It's more fun to beat on them, especially when you get with your buddies.
And we want to show the power these things can give.
Yeah.
We want to show how much fun we can have in these things. Again,
Yeah, and I like-
safely.
I like how you were doing like the OBS with the old camera, and then when you like switched, when you
Right.
switched was kind of like when you started doing more Super Duty videos.
There
like
you go.
The
We'll do it like
Excursion,
that.
My truck.
Once we moved up
the
to power
excursion.
strips.
There you go.
I just said the excursion twice, but yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. The
Uh-oh,
Super
you leaked
Duty
me another
style.
excursion. You leaked it.
Yeah. Oh, I wish.
Oh.
If only. We're switching now to some newer vehicles because it's harder to find these 9th gens that people want to beat on now. They're very, very old. They're 30 plus years old at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
And there's just fewer.
there's fewer and fewer out there, and
Right.
people don't want to use them like we usually do.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong, we all are nice to our trucks. We really are. It's when we're recording, we're usually not because
Right.
there's no fun in
We're
recording a
willing to
nice.
fix whatever goes wrong.
Exactly.
Right.
But
So-
we're usually drive them pretty normally.
Um,
But when the camera turns on, the fun turns
I mean,
on.
the 7.3, that thing couldn't go fast enough to do anything anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sure, we slid it around.
we
you
slid
know?
around, but that was in gravel with bald tires. Those tires were bald. They were flat tires, man.
Yeah.
There wasn't even, like, they were rotting
they
away.
were pretty bad.
They were bad.
They were pretty bad.
Like, if you ran water on them, it would just fall right off.
Yeah.
It was
pretty
horrible.
bad.
And again, we couldn't even get on concrete.
Yeah.
I got it to do burnout a couple times.
Yeah, but even then, it was like,
Something like
barely. If you turned a corner, you get one tire spin a little bit faster, but it wouldn't even slide. It was just.
I did get it to slide that one time though. out
One
by the
time.
old bridge and just whipped
That
it
was true.
completely around.
That was true. But yeah, it's hard to find vehicles that'll even do that stuff anymore. The 7.3 wouldn't do it. Nancy will do it real easily.
Nancy's a slider.
She's a
Yeah.
She's
slider.
a slider.
But now we got vehicles like the 7.3 Power Stroke with a Hydra tuner.
Right.
We can go from stock to what, 140 horse. Not that we're gonna do 140 because this engine can't
I
take
go 120.
120.
I say 120 is my cap.
I have a 6.0 that went from stock. We put 120 into it. because I'm running an SCT tuner.
Right.
But we did some filming with my truck. We did some filming with his truck. He melted his torque converter down. So 120, 140 horse was not very nice to his transmission. So
That's 120, 140 on top of.
on
the-
top
Yeah,
of
275.
275,
Right.
275.
and the torque that truck can do, you just tap
Yeah.
that gas and that thing spins tires.
Ah,
man.
dude, I love it.
That truck is powerful. We also have a 6.4 Power Stroke with a crazy ass tuner on it. Crazy, but anyway,
Right.
he needs a new torque converter and a new truck.
Right.
We already got videos of his truck, so we already have good rollers of his truck and
Okay.
of his truck blowing smoke.
Good.
So from now on, we're using a 6K camera.
Half an hour later.
We are using Super Duties,
Yeah.
newer Chevys. We just
My old truck is going to be reintroduced. because
Yes.
It was only in the first trailer.
it was in the first trailer.
Because it's
Old
been
Blue.
down.
It's been a story. Should we tell a story behind that, or are we keeping it a secret?
Yeah, here, you want to switch spots and we'll tell the story?
Sure.
Alrighty, so I guess we're going to tell you the story on Old Blue. If you guys had seen the trailer for OBS Idiots, which I'm pretty sure it'll probably be like right here or down in the description. Alrighty. So, Old Blue was in one of the trailers. I think it was the very first one doing a burnout. Old Blue had lots of issues.
have the video of it being burned.
Okay, so he's probably gonna cover me up with it real quick, and as I'm talking, you'll see it doing a burnout. That's probably what you're watching right now. You're covering Brian. It's over Brian's face. Okay, so right here, there you go. His face is now a burnout.
I am now
Um,
white smoke.
You are now white smoke, and white privilege.
Yep, I was gonna say.
But so Old Blue, we never really got to do any filming with it. When we first started the OBS Idiots, the reason I was driving Nancy was because I actually blew up the rear end out of that truck. My buddy wrecked his car and whatnot, and I was pulling it up a ditch, and I started getting wheel hop. Next thing you know, I just lost everything. It like clunked, and I was like, "That's really weird." And I was in 4-wheel drive. It was hopping real bad, and then it sat for a second, and then it started driving again. I was like, "Okay." Like, that was kind of weird. Something definitely broke, but I'll figure that out down the road, you know. The next day, I'm driving it, and I'm going to a truck meet, and I pull up to the truck meet, and it's just this small little hill. I had drove it all around that day. I put 400 plus miles on it that day, because I had went to work, I had drove all the way down south, picked up my cousin, come all the way back, then went way up north for this truck meet, and going up that little hill, I lost everything. Tried putting it in 4-wheel drive, nothing. So I shredded the front differential and the rear differential, and I was just stranded. So that's why I was driving Nancy that day. But as soon as I got that truck running again, there was another issue, then another issue, or I just didn't want to drive it at that time because it had several little issues. I wanted to get it good and running first.
You had to break in the rear end,
Yeah, and so it was just issue after issue after issue. It was still a fun truck, and it's still a good truck. It got me where I needed to be, but we weren't really trying to beat on it, even though I beat on it like crazy. That's all I did with that truck. And so it was a good truck. Unfortunately, when I moved, I was moved for only about 2 or 3 weeks, and unfortunately the truck got totaled out. So I ended up parking the truck, tearing it all apart, pulled the motor, pulled the tranny, pulled all the wiring, everything else like that. That truck is still sitting down in Oklahoma. I bought another truck from Texas. It's called Silver Bullet as of right now. We're probably going to rename it, depends on what we do with it. 100% rust free. Mind you, Old Blue was an Illinois truck its entire life, and it sat in the field for about 10 years before I had gotten it. So it was pretty rotty. It was pretty rusted. So I bought that Texas truck. So that truck is going to be Old Blue now. We're going to get everything swapped into it, and then we're going to feature it in the OBS Idiots because it's still technically, it's an OBS. It's just OBS Chevy.
Right, just a Chevy.
And
yeah.
these guys are Ford guys. I'm more of a Chevy guy myself. I love Fords, but Chevy's got my heart, and so does Dodge. But I don't really drive Dodges all that much. I've still got one. It's been sitting for
You do?
a long time. Yeah, my 97. That's out at the property. My red truck, single cab, short bed.
He's never been to the
Oh, you've never seen my red truck. Oh, well, that one will also probably be featured here soon. That one's pretty freaking built up. The title got a little messed up because it was my great-grandfather's, went to my dad, went to me. Title got lost in a moving situation, moving around and whatnot. So I got to get the title back to make it street legal, but I'm not sure if I want to make it street legal because it was my great-grandfather's truck, and
Sure.
I love that truck, you know. I don't want nothing
Yeah.
to happen to it.
Yeah.
So I got it when I was like 12 years old. We built it up and whatnot, and it's pretty built up. It scoots. you throw it in 4-wheel drive, you'll whip a Mustang off the line for sure. You might not get them in the top end, but you'll definitely get them to, I don't know.
What engine you got in it?
What's that?
What engine you got?
It's got the 5.2.
okay.
The, what is that? It's the 318 Magnum, is
Okay.
it?
All right.
Yeah, because the 360 was the, whatever, the Hemi and whatnot. It's still a Hemi, but it's a 318 Magnum.
Sure. Yeah.
It
Okay.
scoots. It's had like 3 transmissions.
Dang.
And so, but that truck's a good truck. But so Silver Bullet, hopefully, that might be part of the road trip because it's still in Oklahoma. So we got to go get it and the parts from Old Blue. Old Blue is going to be scrapped, unfortunately. But we've pulled 80 to 90% of the parts out of Old Blue, so it's still going to be Old Blue in a way.
Right.
But so we're going to go down and get that. And then also I've got another truck that's going to be featured here soon, hopefully, as well. But that's for future. That's not for now. So be looking out for that because you're going to be really excited. I'll give you one hint. It's a Chevy, and it's a lot older than my 92 and my 90.
Oldest thing we've had.
It's going to be the oldest vehicle featured in anything we filmed. So, but it is going to be a very great truck for the show. Another hint,
It won't be on OBS Idiots the movie.
it will not be on OBS Idiots, the movie. So it will be what I've been talking about, the after OBS Idiots. That is where it's going to be at. So be looking for that because it's going to be a really fun build. We have a 383 stroker for it, and it's got a 3 on the tree, so 3-speed manual on the column. So it's going to be a really fun truck. We got some big plans for it, and Gabe and I might be doing some swapping around with it and half ownership kind of deal because also we have the LS Vet, which has my truck that I rolled. The motor and transmission from that has gone into the 85 Corvette.
Which was also a
So-
blue truck. Different blue truck though, right?
It was the blue truck was to rebuild that truck. Another blue truck, a 99 Chevy. And then Charlie was like a silver bronze in a way.
It was a silver gray.
Yeah, silver gray, but it had like a little bit of bronze in it. It was
Okay.
It was a really weird color. It was a nice color though. But like
Oh yeah, because
so-
it was a 3-door, right?
Door Chevy.
yeah, the 3-door Chevy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first actual 3-door I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it was
Like in person.
Oh, it was totaled.
Oh, it was gone.
You could probably clip one of those pictures of you guys working on it like right here.
Oh yeah.
I have a picture of us working on it. I have a picture of you standing next to it.
Yeah.
I have a picture.
The pictures of when it was in the garage when you guys were pulling the motor, those pictures were really good because like the pictures I took of it, you couldn't really see the damage, but when it was sitting there in the garage, you could see how the whole top of the truck was pushed that way and pushed down and
bad.
in.
Well, I'll tell
It
you what, man,
was.
that was still a damn good driving truck. And it
Oh,
really was.
I drove in Mexico over 100 miles one night just to take it to a truck meet with no doors on it, no windshield, no windows, nothing. All I had was my seatbelt and no other seats in the truck.
All smashed
And-
up?
Huh?
All smashed up?
Oh yeah, we drove it. Drove
Dang.
it the whole time.
Dang.
It ran great.
Hey,
Did
you
a bunch
still
of
need a
big old
vehicle, man.
burnouts and donuts. Yeah, it did awesome. And we drove it from outside Morris, Mexico, all the way through to Seneca. Went past Seneca almost to Marseilles, and then went down DuPont, Mexico DuPont Road, all the way back to Mexico 47 to my property in Mexico. And
Right.
so it was a very
There's a lot
long
of Mexicos
drive.
here.
There's Mexico's a very big place, you know.
It really is. It really
Yeah.
is. Plus, New Mexico? Don't even
New
get me
Mexico's
started
part
there.
of America. We don't want no part of that. You can't have fun.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's been a lot going on with that. But so here very soon we're gonna have a lot more fun, and you guys are gonna be able to see a lot more stuff. And so hopefully we could get like a Anything's Possible and What's After OBS Idiots mashup maybe. Like get you out there helping us and whatnot.
That'd be
and
cool. Yeah.
Use you as a co-host or co-star with us.
Yeah. Hey, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I
And
like
so-
not leading the show. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well.
I can do that.
Yeah. So, but there's very big plans, as we've said a million times now, and
Yeah.
so
I'm excited for him.
it's gonna be really
Oh,
good.
one of my plans is to fix this stupid chair, man. Come
Yeah,
on,
where's your
can I not
WD-40?
rock?
Where's your WD-40?
I don't even have any in here.
Oh, I was gonna say we could get it to stop squeaking.
Dude, this is driving me insane.
Yeah.
I just
I
want
bet
to
you
rock,
they're
dude. I
they're
can't
getting-
sit still.
They're getting tired of it, I bet.
Oh,
All the
can you hear it? Oh my gosh. I was even trying to like do it a little bit to where it wouldn't, but it won't. Irritating.
Yeah.
Oh my
But,
gosh.
so, do you have any questions on anything in the future or anything?
I don't think so. I think I'm pretty well covered.
You
All
think
up
we've
to date.
covered pretty much all the bases for tonight? Or is there anything we should talk about? Okay.
Oh, right.
All right. So, when I left, we were kind of in the middle of a lot of stuff, and I feel kind of bad because I like left them in a spot, you know. But now that I'm back, I'm gonna be more of like the face of what's after OBS Idiots and whatever, you know. But like as of right now, I'm gonna be helping a lot with the editing and the filming and whatnot. So like when Brian's doing his thing, I'm probably gonna be behind the camera or I'm gonna be behind the computer, editing whatever he was doing, making it so you guys can enjoy it and it's not all clippy and whatnot and like stuff isn't dragging on. So we're gonna be doing a lot of editing, me personally. That way Gabe doesn't have the whole burden on him. So he could take a little bit of a break and we could all kind of share the load, you know. So since I'm back, I wouldn't say there's gonna be a little bit of a change in the editing, but everybody has a different style of editing. So you might see a little bit of difference between mine and Gabe's editing, but I guarantee you we're gonna work our hardest to work together and get it as close as possible so it doesn't feel like you're watching a different show.
Right, yeah.
So I'll promise that to you guys right now. I'm not taking over Gabe's spot or nothing. I'm just helping him out. That way we could do it together, especially because
Sure.
this is kind of what keeps us three together, you know? We all
Yeah.
really enjoy it, and we want it to turn into something more than just this one day, hopefully. One day, hopefully, we could do this as a job to be able to entertain you guys and also
Yeah.
entertain us in a way, you know, and keep us
Right.
super
Have fun.
close.
Yeah.
So that's about all I've got on that. Unless, Gabe, you think there's anything else? You think we're good?
All right.
Alrighty. Well, shall we do an outro?